Chances are if you're watching this video, you're not just wanting to be a smaller, thinner version of yourself. Sure, you want to lose weight, you want to lose a little bit of body fat, but ultimately you just want to look more toned. You want to feel more defined. And when you slip into a summer dress, you want to be able to see the shape and the hard work that you've been putting in at the gym. The problem is the fitness industry is not giving you the right information to be able to achieve this. The fitness industry, for whatever reason, is pushing you down a path of trying to do more constantly, trying to do complicated exercises. And all this ends up doing is ruin your recovery rather than giving you the progress that you're looking for. So in this video, I'm going to give you 5 exercises that I believe every woman should be doing in the gym to create that more toned physique that you're looking for. First up, we have cable lateral raises. Now, I recommend this exercise to all my clients who are wanting to achieve a smaller waist. Not because this exercise will help you shrink your waist, that's largely down to genetics and body fat. However, when we focus on giving you more shapely and toned shoulders, this creates an illusion of a narrower waistline. What I want you doing is aiming between 6 and 15 repetitions on here. The reason being is it's very hard on a cable machine to actually go up in weight. So with this large gap of 6 to 15 repetitions, we can ensure that you progress every single week. The next exercise we have up is the lat pull down. And for the exact same reason as the cable lateral raises, this again is going to give you a more defined back and help create that illusion of a tighter waist from behind. This allows us to create more of that hourglass figure because your back and shoulders carve into your waistline. What you need to make sure when you're doing this exercise, especially if you're feeling it in your biceps more than your back muscles, is make sure that you're focusing on just pushing down from your elbows and your wrist move as a byproduct. Once you start doing this, you'll start feeling all the tension in your back muscles instead of your forearms and biceps. The third exercise that I recommend all women to do is hyperextensions, because these are such an underrated exercise for defining the back of your legs and your glutes. And although I love Romanian deadlifts and I love hip thrusts, we could say that this exercise is the perfect combination between the two. So if I did have to pick one, it would be the hyperextensions. It's easier to set up than hip thrusts. You don't have to worry about your grip like you do when doing Romanian deadlifts. It requires less skill and you can progress it really easily week on week. What I want you to do is focus on pushing your hips up in the air as you slowly lower yourself down. This will allow you to stretch the hamstrings and glutes in a better position. Then when you're trying to come back up, what I need you to do is focus on pushing your hips down into the pad and squeezing your glutes. This will ensure that the tension stays in your glutes and hamstrings rather than shifting into your lower back. The fourth exercise was actually a really difficult one to choose. I was stuck between choosing these walking lunges and a machine-based exercise, but the walking lunges win for a few reasons. One, it's a single leg exercise, which is great for helping balance out your legs. But 2, unlike other single leg exercises, which usually take forever, with walking lunges, you're alternating your legs so it's much quicker to complete. The third reason is it gets your heart rate pretty damn high, and I know how much you like to feel like you're doing something that increases your heart rate and makes you feel a little bit more out of breath. And overall, walking lunges is just a great exercise for targeting your quads and glutes and is a great exercise to progress in week on week. And then the final exercise that I would recommend to every woman is doing some form of tricep pushdown. I don't know any woman who doesn't want to tone up the back of their arms. Everyone wants them to jiggle less and feel more toned and firm whenever they wear strappy tops. So having this exercise in is a must. There are many other tricep exercises out there that are highly rated, but the tricep pushdown is an awesome exercise because you can go pretty heavy on this exercise, get really strong, so therefore you can make sure you progress in every single week, which is what's needed to help tone up this area. And there are my 5 exercises that I would recommend to every woman who wants to tone up to start performing in the gym. Now, you don't have to do all these exercises in one session, even though you could. Just make sure you're at least performing these once per week to get the best results possible. Now, although these exercises are great for helping you tone up, there is a catch. Because if you're making the mistakes I see most women making in the gym, these exercises are pointless and they're not going to help you tone up. To help you avoid these mistakes, what I've done is put together a mini email series. What I'm going to be doing is highlighting the common mistakes I see women making, how to fix them and move past them. So ultimately, you can make sure that your time in the gym isn't wasted and your effort is going towards helping you tone up every single week. To get your hand on this quick email series, just make sure you drop to the link below, register your email address, and I'll push that out to you as quick as I can.